In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And away we go from NRG Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Running right with Wilson. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. They'll go from the gun with Wilson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing on second and real long here. That's complete to Wilson. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Here's a loft deep down the middle. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Texans set to punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Jets football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Setting up a throw. Made the throw as he was getting hip rock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Throwing with a blitz on the way. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it up. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Wilson on the shotgun handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
They'll go right back to Wilson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Here's Wilson again. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain on the ground, so now a ways to go if they decide to go for this on 4th and goal. Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Into the hands of Campbell. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hall takes it straight ahead, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They go right back to Hall. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. 3rd down give to Hall. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Into traffic, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
2nd down, he takes the option right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking to the air here. Finds his target, Hall. He's still going at the 30. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's contained at the line for no gain. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10 now. This one falls incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Pass play coming here. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Straight ahead, it's Wilson. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. There, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Only a solitary...
Who wants my jersey?
Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll have it 2nd and 8. From the 32. Cut out left. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurry throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. A give to Wilson running left. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Now a give right side to Wilson. And they take him down right along the 30. 6 yards on the play, and that brings up 4th down. Out comes the field goal team for the Texans. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. They're down to their final 1 in this half. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Texans football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. A give to Wilson up the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 37, Wilson's got it. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and just 2 to go. Pass play now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Jets working here. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. That's caught by Chris Olave. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. They give on 2nd to Hall. And they hit Stopson cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get a late score and tie it before the half. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And they'll take the lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing it again on 2nd down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He throws a... That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead just before halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. They've got a man in motion. Throwing it to start this drive. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll try and throw it here. He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, New York. The Jets tie it just before halftime. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And they'll take the lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Jets will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This one from 47 yards away. Bates' kick is up and good. And that'll push their lead to 4. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this one out with Hall. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Hall once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So now here's 3rd and 5. He's dropping back to throw. Olave with the catch. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Wilson. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here. Here he is on 3rd and long. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Bates' kick is up and good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll run. It's Wilson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
They go play action here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Third and long for him here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up fourth and long. On now comes their punter. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. They're out and set, first and 10. Hall running between, hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. Now on second and 10. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down. Offense up to the line fast. Third down from the gun. Finds a man right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the 38. Rolling left, buying some time. And that falls incomplete. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Back to throw. Pass complete to Campbell. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First down, ball at the 36. He'll throw it. He sends this one to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Second and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So they're left facing third and long. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He gets a lot behind one. They connect on the deep shot. And this is caught. Touchdown, New York. The Jets lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Jets double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Getting out to his left. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Offense in the hurry up here. Second and 8. Wilson's got it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of down. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Able to hit Palmer, complete. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Now a give to Wilson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. It's caught, Ferguson. And he's tackled for no gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throw on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
4th and 14. Let's see if they've got some magic in them. Back to throw, needing a 1st. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. That's Cole Bishop. And the Texans have some new life in the 4th.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing from the gun here. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He's going to throw this one. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 28. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Texans facing a big play as they go for 2.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
Gonna be a little armchair quarterback after that call. Looks like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Starting from the 5. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. Jukes one defender. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Jets up by 8. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. He's back to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Back to throw. Ooh, incomplete there on second down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Now to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. To throw. He connects downfield on fourth. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of down. What a play on fourth down. They get the first after a gain of 27.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB and tight ends? They got that ball out in a hurry.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets make the play that should win them this game. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there. Heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders, they're willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running this with Hall. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Houston calls it second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Hall. And they'll only let him get up to around the 28 before taking him down. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a road win for the Jets. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a